Hi everybody, it's me Tess from Tess Loves the Yarn, and you are all probably wondering, where the heck have I been? Well, I've had a house guest for a week, and my house guest wanted to do a lot of activities, and I'm not used to doing a lot of activities because I have RA and fibromyalgia, and I really just stay home most of the time. But I wanted to make her happy, and so I think we did something every day except for one day. And I want to tell you, I was absolutely exhausted. I mean, exhausted with a capital E. And I'm sure you've had a house guest at least once in your lifetime. And you want to be a good hostess, right? And you want to make that person happy that they came to stay with you. But it can be challenging if you're kind of a homebody like me and the other person is someone who likes to go and do things. And that's kind of what happened. So, yeah, I'm okay. And I've just been, like I said, just trying to recover from a house guest. And I think that sounds so funny. It's like, what the heck is that about? Tess is recovering from a house guest? It's like, no, I wasn't sick. I didn't have surgery. Nope, just a house guest. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about why I'm here today. I am here today because I am feeling a little whipped by my whips. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't you? Those whips, those projects that we get all excited about, and we jump in and we start doing them, and then poof, the excitement's gone. And you're like, you have a half-finished project, right? So that's happened to me. But here is my commitment to my knitting and crochet. I am going to finish those whips. Yes, I am. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be accountable for doing it. And I want you guys to keep asking me, Tess, how are those whips coming along? Oh, don't let me avoid it either. No. Don't be too nice. I mean, of course, always be kind. But be stern. Be stern. Yeah. Because I'm feeling like a 5-year-old right now with my whips. It's like, I want to start something new. No, you don't. You have all of these projects and bags that you need to finish. So I'm going to show you real quick what I'm working on. This first one is by Crochet Society, and I've gotten this far on it. And this is what I'm making. It's called Dainty Doubles Purse, and it's pretty darn easy. The whole body of this cute little purse is just made up of double crochets. And then the little flap that comes over, Oh, do, 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 do. It's so hard when you're looking in the camera. There, the flap. Oh my gosh. The flap is just a bunch of shells. So that's it. That's this one. And, oh, you guys, I forgot to tell you. I'm not trying to avoid this. I just forgot to tell you. Y'all know I live in the Midwest, right? And the great Midwest. Well, we are under siege by Old Man Winter. Yes. Drink of my Diet Mountain Dew in a plastic cup because our dishwasher broke a couple of weeks ago. And it was our new dishwasher was supposed to be delivered today. But no, winter is happening. I have a big window right there. Winter is happening. So last night we got a bunch of ice, and now it's snowing, and we are supposed to get a boatload of snow. Now, you guys, I'm telling you, they first said up to, I think, 18 inches, but that was then reduced to 15 inches, and now it's calling for 9 inches of snow. So, yeah, I mean, does it really matter between 18 and 9? I mean, it's 9 inches, right? But anyway, yeah. Whew. So, yes, I am in the middle of the big winter storm that you guys are probably hearing about on TV. Even if you live out of state or not even in the Midwest, it's been on television. And so everything here is closed for Wednesday and Thursday for sure. And then Friday, things are probably going to be closed, but we'll see, right? And you guys, it's early 30 here, and I'm the only one awake. So Superman and Wonder Boy and Sugar Pie are all asleep, and it's just me. So I'm enjoying this quiet time, and I'm sipping a little coffee and having my first glass of Mountain Dew. Boy, that's good stuff. Okay. Back to these whips. My next whip is a beautiful sweater that I am making for Sugar Pie. That's my oldest child, my daughter. But you can see I'm doing a color block. Hello. And this is crochet. And yeah, it's just going to be a sweater for her. And this pattern that I'm doing is by Yay for Yarn. Yay for Yarn. And she has a lot of very nice, very easy to read patterns. And they're free. Now they're free on her website, or you can go to Etsy and you can purchase a pattern that doesn't have any ads and all that, a PDF that you can print out. Now, I enjoy supporting fiber artists out there, and so I purchased the pattern because it's only a couple of dollars, and it really helps them so that they can keep designing things for us to make. I know I've designed a few things myself, and it's not easy to do. It's a little bit time consuming. But the great thing I like about the gal at Yay for Yarn, she also provides a free tutorial with her patterns. Yeah, so that's awesome. And I want to say too, most of her patterns are beginner friendly. So if you've just started crocheting, head on over there. She also is a knitter, just like me. I knit and crochet, and she has some knitting patterns as well. So go check her out. Yay for yarn. And hopefully I will remember to link her down below. Okay? And let's see. My next project is by somebody I think everybody knows, and that's Crystal at Bag O' Day. Now, if you don't know Crystal, I don't know where you've been, because Crystal is all over YouTube, okay? And she does an amazing, amazing job of teaching crochet. And she has a gazillion tutorials on anything. I mean, seriously, on almost anything you could want to make. So, this hat, this beanie that I'm almost done with. Look at that. I only have like, I think 2 more rows, or 2 more repeats of this right there. And like this section, I've got, yeah, 1 more, like 1 more, and this hat will be finished. And I think Crystal calls this hat, and I'm going to look it up and make sure I get it right, but I think this is the chocolate hat. And in her video, she's using brown yarn because she loves browns and tans and things like that. So I like bright colors, and this is being made for my daughter who loves blue. Blue is her favorite. So there we go. Hat by Crystal at Bag O' Day. And I really think it's called the chocolate hat. I hope I'm not wrong. That would be so embarrassing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, this pattern, this is a fingerless mitt or fingerless gloves. It's got a little thumb gusset right here, so you can put your thumb through. And this is a pattern that I got from Jada in Stitches. Now, Jada in Stitches is a really fun gal. I really enjoy her videos. And Jada has a ton of patterns as well. They're, like I said, they're just a couple of dollars. They're so inexpensive that I purchased a bunch of those from her too. Now, this pattern, this mitt is not exactly like the pattern. I did change it a little bit, but it's the biggest part of it I got from Jada in Stitches. And then I kind of went rogue and did a little different. Yeah, a little different. I'm rogue. I'm a rebel. Yeah. Okay. So that's this. And I'm using Scarfy yarn. Scarfy! I love Scarfy. It's got wool in it. And you know I like my wool. I like it when it's really, really soft and scarfable, as Crystal at Bag O' Day would say. Scarfable means you can do this and be able to wear it next to your skin. And I have really sensitive skin, so I have to be very careful with yarn against my skin, which is why I'm sort of getting into it a little bit with Knit Crate, because I thought I had broken up with Knit Crate, and then they charged me again. So then I went back in and thought I broke up with them again, and they charged me again. And I've been getting yarn lately that it's not scarfable for me. Now I know There are a lot of people that love Knit Crate, and I have to tell you, I'm one of them. I do love Knit Crate when the yarn is what I like and when it's nice and soft, like superwash merino. But lately, there's just been a lot of alpaca yarn, and it's like mixed with other things, and a lot of it is not the softest yarn. Yeah. So anyway, and it's $38 for Knit Crate. And I just think that's too much for me to spend on getting yarn that I don't really care for. And they did for a while take away your color option. Now I've had many viewers that told me, hey, you can do that again. So that's great. Good job, Knit Crate, on that. Yeah. But if they sent me softer yarn in the colors I like, I would not be breaking up with them. And y'all know I'm also a member of Crochet Society, and I have to tell you, I super love Crochet Society. I have never, ever, ever been disappointed. And I love Mary Maxim. I get that kit as well. And I'm telling you what, that's another kit that I really enjoy getting. So, there are other kits out there, everybody. And you should treat yourself to one. I know that, especially during this time of the pandemic, money can be very tight, but I want to let you know that Mary Maxim is extremely affordable. I think it's like $20, and you get all of your yarn for a project, and they send you, I think, 2 patterns that you could do with that yarn. And I think there was one time I was just kind of about the yarn. All the other times I've been like, ooh, yeah, you know? Now they don't send the high end yarn like Knit Crate, but they send nice yarn and they send name brand yarn. So it's all good and it's a treat. And I think during this time of COVID, we all need a little treat. So if you have the $20 in your budget, go check out Mary Maxim Knit or Crochet Club, because they have 2 separate clubs. One's knitting and one's crocheting. And I actually chose the crochet one because I've been knitting for a long, long, long time, but I've only been crocheting for about a year and a half. And so I really want to keep improving my skills with crochet. So there we go. That's why. Okay. Now, let's see. My next two whips are knitting, and as you can see, I am knitting what looks like just some kind of strange thing. But actually, this strange thing is dun 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 another fingerless mitt, but only it's knitted instead of crocheted. Okay, and these are my Knit Pick needles, and the yarn is Just My Stripe by Lion Brand. And this yarn has a little wool in it, and it would be a yarn that I couldn't wear like up around my neck, but since it's on my hands, it's just fine. And like I said, I'm a sensitive skin girl, so I really like that. I love the color, how the variations in the color, and it's of course self-striping. But yeah, so that's one of my knitting projects. My whips that are whipping me. Yes, they are. Let's see. Oh, and then my final knitting project is a pair of socks. And I'm using these Chalgu needles. And Ross over at Smells Like Yarn, he's the one that got me hooked on these needles. I love this brand of needle. Now, I've always used Knit Picks, their needles, but these are mind blowing. I love them. And since Ross used these, he did a review and he was using different needles each time he made a hat. And Ross has a hat pattern called the Ross hat, I think. And anyway, I knit that all the time. It's the only hat really that I knit. And I know it by heart because I've made it so many times. But I love it. And if you're a knitter, I will link his channel down below. If you're not a knitter, he does a lot of yarn reviews and different things that's of interest to people in the fiber arts community. So go check him out anyway, okay? And by the way, Ross does crochet. He just prefers to knit. So anyway, this is my socks. I have one already made. I made it nice and big. So when my RA kicks in and I'm flaring and my feet and legs swell up like balloons, I will still have socks that fit and they will keep my feet warm. And this is, I think this is 100% wool. This is a loops and thread yarn that's no longer available. But I was lucky. I snagged like 3 balls of this. So, and I absolutely love it. It's really soft too. So, yeah, Mrs. Sensitive Skin here can still wear this. So, yay for me. That's all my knitting. That's all my knitting whips. And then I just have a couple more items to show you. This is a cardigan I'm making for me. Yeah, for me. I'm actually making something for me. And I am using a pattern for this cardigan. And, oh, it's by Yay for Yarn. Yay for Yarn. And it's the Comfy Cozy Cardigan. And I have to tell you guys, this pattern was so well written. I mean, it was just, this little gal is amazing. She writes the easiest patterns to follow that I've ever, I mean, these patterns are amazing. So Yay for Yarn. And this is her Comfy Cozy Cardigan that I'm crocheting. And by the way, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Gosh, do you ever do that? You got a thought in your head and you're like just a second away from blurting it right out of your mouth and all of a sudden it's gone. Poof. That just happened to me. Well, that happens. What can you do? Now, I'm going to show you the last things that I'm working on. And this right here, you guys, is the Chinese year 2021. And this is my little bull right here. Oh, my color just freaked out. Let me see if I turn the light on. Does that help? It helps a little bit. He's showing up pretty orange here, but he's actually red. And yeah, this is for a friend of mine's son, little Oliver. He was born in October of 2021. And so his Chinese zodiac is the metallic ox. So there you have it. That is for little Oliver. So the ox is for little Oliver. And then another thing I made for little Oliver is this little cardigan, I still have to put a trim around the sleeves and then put some buttons on the front right there. And then, of course, weave all my ends in. Gotta weave in the ends. Boy, you either love weaving in those ends or you hate it, right? Well, I think y'all can figure out which way I go. Because I like do that at the very, very, very end. It's like the last thing I want to do. But anyway, everybody, that is it. Those are all of my whips that have been whipping me, that have been on my mind, and I really want to get them done. Ugh, I really do. So, y'all, I've got this plan. I'm not going to start anything new, and I'm going to get baby Oliver's items done first. Oh, and I forgot to bring it out here, but I'm also knitting a blanket for baby Oliver. It's coming along great. It's more than halfway done, and I'm using some premium 100% cotton that is so soft. It's like a cloud. And I got that at Joann's. So I just love that cotton. And you guys, every time they have it, they sell out of it. So last time they got it back in stock, I went in and bought everything they had at my Joann's. And then I went to a bigger Joann's that's probably 15 minutes away from my house. I have a Joann's that is like literally a mile and a half away from my house. Well, I went to this bigger Joann's like 15 minutes away, and they had more, and I bought all of that except for 2 balls. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I didn't buy those 2 balls. Because there was a nice lady there, and I've had this happen before when I've been buying like clearance yarn or whatever, and somebody's kind of eyeballing what I've got in my cart. Well, this nice gal was eyeballing my cotton, and she says to me, I bought some of that. That is really nice cotton. And I said, yes, it is. I love this. It's so soft. And she goes, yeah, me too. She goes, I was really hoping to find 2 more balls. And I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me. We're looking at the empty shelf, and we're looking at my cart. We're going like this. And I'm sure people watching us from a distance were like, what are those women doing? Because we were literally like, and I said to her, you know what? I said, if you want 2 balls, please take them out of my cart. Because I said, when I was in kindergarten, I learned to share. And she was like, oh my gosh, really? And I was like, yes, go ahead, and it turned out she wanted red, which was great because I really wanted the blues and the grays. So she took 2 balls of the red, and I thought she was going to try to hug me. And we're in the middle of a pandemic, so I was kind of like, girl, I gave you 2 balls of yarn out of my cart. We're not hugging. But normally I am a hugger, and normally I've been known to hug a stranger. I have. Yes, I have. Don't beat me up for it. It's true. But anyway, I didn't hug her because we're trying to keep our distance a little. But I did share my yarn with her, and it felt good to do that. So, yeah. And that's how I roll. Y'all know it's how I roll, right? Okay, because, yeah, those things you learn in kindergarten, you keep remembering those no matter how old you are. Always remember those things because those are just basic acts of kindness and good manners. That's it. All right, everybody. I'm so sorry I've been away for a while, but I'm back. And I got a new video system that I am tweaking. I sent that old one back that was like super red and totally off on the colors. And now I'm working with this one. And my son was I just got this like literally a day ago, like one day ago. And my son, who's in a engineering program, and he's away at school, but he's supposed to be coming home this weekend, and he's going to really fix this new video system for me. And hopefully he will make it home because, we're in a blizzard, crazy blizzard. Yeah. So hopefully we don't all get snowed in for too long. I mean, we're definitely snowed in for today and probably tomorrow because we're supposed to get more tomorrow. Yeah. But anyway, that's it, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you live in the Midwest like me, I hope you got plenty of groceries because I'm telling you what, that grocery store was empty. It was. People weren't considering about other people and they were just like grabbing things. It's just like the toilet paper thing back when the pandemic started. Remember that? Crazy, crazy. Couldn't get toilet paper. But yeah, I digress again, you guys. I just love talking to y'all. You know that, right? But yeah, stay tuned for my next video because I think it's going to be a tour of my craft room. I'm super excited about that because I've been working really hard on my craft room. And yeah, I want to show it and share it with you guys. So, yeah. Okay, everybody, I'm babbling now. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go and I just want to say be kind and be safe out there in the world, no matter where you are. Till next time, okay? Mwah. Bye, everybody. Well, if I can figure this out.